The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I see what you're doing, yeah, I see what you go through. Put my lighter in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now put your lighter in the air for us.
What's up, Just Sports with Sonny Wells? We are back. Man, let's see. To my left, Mr. Smitty, and historian Pierre's in the house. Made his grand entrance at about, what, 4
Had a great time yesterday, Pierre.
Right. Yeah. You guys was hanging out yesterday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With the SAG dedication.
Yeah, sure did. That's right.
Matter of fact, we saw Howard, the basketball coach on,
on White Shadow.
White Shadow. Yeah.
Ken Howard.
And he's president of the SAG now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he used to pick up cats from Jeff, and have them on his show, as some of the players who play against his team, years ago. They go out down to Carver Junior High and pick up a lot of Jefferson cats. Yeah.
I know you were surprised to find out my brother was on that.
Absolutely. I would love to have him come in here and have Jawan over there and explain to Jawan the basketball, the legacy didn't just start with Crenshaw. The demos,
that was the first one. That was the first legacy.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was the coach named Hanson?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Who's in the Hall of Fame, in the LA City Hall of Fame.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he sure is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. As well as a few Jefferson High School players too.
Right. Mm-hmm. I met most of those guys when I came out here.
Wow.
That played, and I found out, the history of what actually went on. Right. And I heard about them back east.
Yeah.
When I was in grade school, I heard about that. Yeah. Jeff High, the best in the country.
Right.
Not knowing that my brother was on that team.
Wow. And that's something, when you look at the great legacy Jefferson High's had over the years, and then you parlay that to the legacy that the great Vernon Day teams have had.
True.
Hey, you skip it over Fremont, though. Fremont has
very
some teams there. Now
Fremont was for a hot
Curtis Rowe.
Fremont was a hot minute.
Fremont, Manual, very excellent teams, too. But
where did the Lacey brothers go to? Edgar Lacey?
Edgar went to Jeff.
Okay.
Right, and actually he went on to UCLA and won a championship with the great John Wooden.
Right.
Mm-hmm, sure did. Yeah. And if you look at throughout the history, Jefferson's had so many players of the year.
Yeah.
The city players of the year. We've had like at least 7 or 8.
Yeah, all of them part of the Southern League.
Right.
That's right.
They used to have a Southern League celebration. I think they did it for 5 years. I DJ'd it for the first few years. And they celebrated all of those guys that were outstanding during those years. And they went back. They went back a long way.
Oh, sure. Probably back to the 50s.
Yeah, they went back. They started back in the 50s and kind of came up. And then one of the guys that was instrumental in putting that together, he passed on.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, that was tough, too.
Yeah.
I knew his family.
Yeah.
Got sick, and all of a sudden, boom, he was gone.
Wow.
So, and they quit doing that. But
they definitely need to bring that back. Again, when you look at Jefferson, they won 6 city championships, but a lot of people don't know that they went to the championship like 11 times.
Yeah.
And there were at least 3 of them there. They only one championship they lost by 1 point at the buzzer. I'm saying, so they could have easily have had 8 or 9 championships.
Right.
Under their belt. And then I'm not even talking about the defection of all the players that dispersed all around the city and around, CIF. So many players should have been there that didn't decide to go elsewhere, like the great John Williams. And I can go on and on.
Yeah. John Williams played with me in the NBA Pro-Am League, the college division, for 3 years. And finally, at the end, we won it in 86.
Now, were you playing then or were you coaching?
I was coaching that. I could play, but that was a college division. And those guys are moving a little bit too fast for me. I think I was like 30-something, but, I played in the pro division. I couldn't play with them college cats. Them cats were moving way too fast. And see, most of them on my team were fundamentally sound.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say that I actually did any real coaching. I just kind of rolled the ball out there and like, okay, you tired? Okay, come on. Next.
Put someone else in.
So
you sharpen your skills through the years as a coach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
What's the, not, I wanted to say DeJuan Scott. No. what's the guy's name over at Sarah? The head coach, the head basketball coach at Sarah.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
Yeah, they had a great program for many years also.
Yeah, he was my point guard.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing about it is when you look at schools like Fremont and Manual, I mean, they had excellent teams and over a period of time, no doubt about it. But when you look at teams like Jefferson and Crenshaw and Vernon Day, you're looking at national powers. I mean, they basically look like the tops in the nation, or like the top 3 in the entire nation over an extended period of time.
Yeah, they were really doing it at that time.
Yeah.
Vernon Day for a little while. Manual, my cousin played on that. Henry Johnson.
Okay.
With Poley was there.
Right.
Those guys kind of ran everything for a while.
Yeah, Jock Hill, Johnny Brown.
Yeah,
those guys.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And then Westchester came in the picture also.
Yeah, Westchester was
came
like
in
the
later.
last.
Yeah.
The last
came in
one.
later. Right.
Right after the Crenshaw reign.
Right, exactly.
And now, who was the cat from who played? He played at Portland State. Was it Freeman Williams? Is that?
Yeah, Freeman led the nation in scoring.
Right.
Yeah.
He had 81 points in the college game.
Yep.
Obviously, and they didn't even have the 3-point line.
You guys
Back
missed
then.
the battles between Raymond Lewis and Freeman Williams out of Compton College in the NBA Pro-Am League. These cats were scoring 60, 70, and 80. I mean, they would step over half and let it go, and it would be all net. Just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And I had the unfortunate privilege of trying to hold Raymond Lewis, and I was in decent shape, and I came out there. I didn't know who he was. I just got here.
Right.
So he stepped out there, and they said, "Okay, you take Ray," and then bust up laughing. What happened to me for? I got my shorts on funny or something,
Yeah.
So I got out there, and I'm trying to guard this dude, and he came down, and he slowed up, and he stopped and popped, and he hit it. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Right.
All right. Came down the second time, and he stopped at the same place and pulled up, and he let it go, and I hit his hand right here, and he hit that. I said, "Oh, hell no." So I didn't let him get the ball for another 3 or 4 times.
That's the best way to handle it.
And then I got tired, and then I started holding him, and he started crying to the ref, "Hey, he holding me." And I'm like, "Man, shut up."
Shut up and play.
Shut up, yeah, shut up. You know what I'm saying? You're a punk, the ref ain't calling no foul.
Right.
Because I was sneaky with it. I was like, this boy, I can't let this boy touch this ball again. It can't be 3 in a row.
Right.
So that was your introduction to Raymond Lewis.
Man. So they set him a pick, and he stepped to the side, like just bumped a little bit, and he hit that. I said, "Oh, man, who is this nigga, man?" He's tearing my ass up.
Yeah.
So a couple of more times down, I stopped him, but from getting the ball, and they went somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Man, get me out of here. I'm tired." Then they said, "Oh, you did good." I said, "No, I didn't." He said, "You don't know who that is?" "No." "Man, that's Ray Lou."
That's what they called him.
Like, man, I'm not. And after that, he went crazy.
Yeah.
Then
When they said that he actually scored 56 points against Michael Cooper in one of the Summer League games, and that was back when Cooper was basically like Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow.
In the NBA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you couldn't stop Ray
That's
Lou.
saying a lot.
Yeah, no doubt.
Only way you stop Ray Lou is you hold him. Other than that, though, because he was built funny. He looked
long arms.
Yeah, and he, good strong shoulders
Yeah.
and back, and the little baby Popeye calves.
Yeah.
But he was deceptive. He just needed just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then let it go, and it was over with.
Yeah.
Man, oh boy!
Yeah.
I was so glad that they had some other people that wanted to check him. So he was wearing me out.
Yeah. What's a shame what happened? They actually said he was probably the best player to ever play that didn't play in the NBA.
One other guy, the little green-eyed boy. Oh God, his name just eluded me. He played at UC Irvine.
Right. I know who you're talking about. The guard.
Little
right.
green-eyed guard.
Right. I know who you're talking about. He's really
Jason
good, too.
Wirtz.
Yeah.
The caption on there said, God tells me when to shoot.
Oh, man.
But, hey, it must have been because he'd come down court and pull, hit it, go in the corner, and get up and start playing D.
Wow.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Nobody could stop him.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I think he was better than Ray Lou. I think he was better than Freeman.
Well, see, I think in terms of definitely, I don't know about so much as Freeman, probably so with him too, but definitely with Ray, I think he was might have been the best scorer down here, scorer/shooter, but the best all-around player. I really wouldn't give it to him because I don't think he was crashing the boards. You know what I mean? Yeah.
None of that.
Defense had the other.
No.
Yeah, right. In terms of actual scoring and shooting, then that's where
Jason Wirtz would come down. He'd get the ball from the free throw line to the top of the key. First of all, you couldn't catch him. And then he'd slow up, and then he'd stand there, and he'd drop his head, and he'd start making these noises. And just shake you, and watch you fall down, and stop and watch it, and then shake you again, and then pull in your face.
You mean like a Curry/Chris Paul?
Was doing that all the time.
I see.
That wasn't nothing for him. Oh man!
Right.
And then he could take the whole team to the rack.
Yeah.
And lay it high up off the glass.
Wow. You know, when I played against so many great players in the city and Southern Section, even out of UCLA, but primarily, let's say, in the neighborhoods of Los Angeles, and but what I was surprised by more than anything is the fact that a lot of those players didn't hardly even practice.
No, they didn't.
It wasn't like they were just going through drill after drill after drill. It was like you didn't know what they were doing before they came on the court. Some of them didn't even have decent shoes on, you know what I'm saying, playing in their, slacks and jeans, and I mean just phenomenal players. Man.
Yeah, a lot of those
were on and on.
Yeah, they were naturally gifted.
Yeah, just naturally. Yeah.
But the one thing that happened then that's not happening now, and I guess it's just now starting with some schools. Those guys learn the fundamentals of basketball early.
Right.
And there wasn't a lot of athleticism then, but they just knew the basics real well, and they played off of that.
Yeah, but they had a lot of athletes too now. I mean, they had
and they were all fundamentally sound. That was the main thing.
Right.
They just added a little athleticism later on in their game as they got older and stronger.
Right. And then the competition, like when you went to school like Vernon Day, I'm talking about like in the early and mid 70s.
Yeah.
And then like the Jefferson years, the 50s and 60s and early 70s. I mean, the competition was so fierce.
Yes.
I mean, just to make the team. I mean, a lot of those cats, who like on the junior varsity could have easily went other places and started. A lot of them ended up doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, they could easily go, you're talking about a roster with 15 players? They could easily go triple that. You know what I mean? I mean, and the cat who's been on a third team still would have been better than almost everyone else, around,
True.
So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, hey, let's move right along. Sure. We got someone got reinstated to Adrian Peterson. I think that worked out well for him.
Yes.
We got a clip. Can we run that clip? Let's see what they're talking about here.
The NFL has reinstated Adrian Peterson effective tomorrow. Of course, he had been suspended indefinitely for his role with how he disciplined his child last year, and we were kind of waiting to see when it was going to happen. But it's always felt inevitable that before the season rolled around, Peterson would not miss any time this year, that the NFL would reinstate him. The Vikings were caught in a weird situation. It was right in the aftermath of the Ray Rice situation. And I honestly believe the Vikings didn't know how to handle it because I don't think any NFL teams knew how to handle anything at that point. It's very obvious Roger Goodell didn't know how to handle anything. It was very obvious the league's front office didn't know what to do with Ray Rice, with Greg Hardy, and with Adrian Peterson. They just didn't know. They were in limbo. And they deserve a ton of criticism for that. Goodell was left holding his jock. I mean, his pants fell down in front of the entire world because he gave Ray Rice the 2-game suspension, and then the world had outcry, and we had the video, and the entire American sports universe melted down, and he had to backtrack. He had to. And so in that time period, then we had, oh, well, what about Greg Hardy? Is he eligible or not? Well, one day he's eligible, one day he's not. Right? Then we had Ray McDonald with the San Francisco 49ers. Is he eligible? Is he not? Then in the wake of this, we had Adrian Peterson, and the pictures come out, and then it was, well, is domestic violence different than child abuse, and does this constitute child abuse? And so I think the league dropped the ball on all this because they had not prepared for it, and they were kind of they were going with the wind. Are people upset about it? Well, we should do something. Are they not upset about it? We shouldn't do anything. And the Vikings were just sitting there going, well, what do you want to do? Because if he's eligible, we want to play him. He's Adrian Peterson. Long story longer, because of that, and then eventually when the Vikings backed off and the NFL suspended him indefinitely, and then the Vikings had sponsors pull out, endorsements pull out, businesses, and there is the biggest point. When businesses and money come into the equation, suddenly teams go, oh, you know what? We don't want bad guys around here anymore. I'll tell you this. If there was half the luxury suites that weren't re-upped at AT&T Stadium in Dallas because Greg Hardy was signed, guess what? Greg Hardy wouldn't have been signed.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamin B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. With a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
What's your style? Curly, straight, wavy, or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
We're back. We're back. Just Sports with Sonny Wells. He didn't count it down for me. We came back in there all rusty, rough, and everything. I was standing there. Wow, man, football. That was a pretty good little clip there.
Yeah, I thought that was a great narrative that the guy put forth there on Adrian Peterson. Yeah, I agree with what he said. It all made sense.
We covered just about he covered just about everything that happened with the NFL.
Yeah.
So, wow. Moving right along.
Oh, excuse me, Sonny. I just wanted to give a shout out to Sun Lady.
Yes.
Definitely shout out to you, Sun Lady.
Sun Lady.
Yeah. Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah. We were talking about, did the Adrian Peterson.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, where do you think he's going to end up? Well, let me direct that to you first, Smitty. Do you think he's going to stay with the Vikings? Or else do you think he's going to eventually end up with the Dallas Cowboys? Because I tell you one thing, if the Cowboys are relying on Darren McFadden to run that ball, the Cowboys are in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I think
I guarantee you that.
Minnesota would be foolish to let him go. You know, that's a big ticket there. And I see him coming back just as healthy as ever, because he didn't hurt himself any this season.
Right.
So I can't see Minnesota getting rid of him.
Well, what if Dallas, puts an offer on the table that they just...
I'm for it if they could do it because it would be great to see him and what's our...
Tony Romo?
No, the receiver.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
See both of those personalities working in tandem. That would be great.
Right, because he's definitely going to need a running attack.
Yeah.
To really flourish because that's what really helped him out this past season.
Yeah, T.O. was on ESPN. Did you see him this week?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, and he was talking about that very thing. He said he doesn't think it was a good move to get rid of Murray.
Right, absolutely right.
But if they get a running back to fill in his shoes, then he thinks Dallas will be okay.
And very few can actually fill his shoes.
Right.
I guarantee
he had a
you,
phenomenal season.
If they're looking for Darren McFadden to do it, the over-under on him is probably 2 games.
Well, Darren McFadden was on a weak team now. Let's give him a break. Now, can you imagine he have that line now that he's going to have?
Well, I'll give you that, but we're also looking at a McFadden who's pretty banged up too, and farther along, his best years are probably behind him. If you're looking at young McFadden, no doubt. But now, we'll see. What do you think about it, Sonny?
Well, I'm not big on the football, but I know that I think that if they can replace, and it sounds like that same old thing with the money again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no doubt.
They don't want to
about
pay.
it. That's what it is.
The guy has a phenomenal season, and then they don't want to pay. It's like, I got to go.
Unless it's Tony Romo, now they give you more money than what you asked for.
Yeah.
You sign on the dotted line right away.
Yeah. That discourages me from even thinking about getting into that because. At the barbershop, man, they be talking about that all the time. Oh, yeah, well, they don't want to pay him, and they want to pay him.
Right.
And this is like across the board in the NFL. I'm like, man, that's not right.
Collusion.
But speaking of not right and getting something right, Kareem had, was it quadruple bypass surgery today?
That's the report I saw.
Yeah, right.
Dang, I mean, everything was clogged up.
Yeah.
Right. Well, from what I understand, he checked himself in to the facility, or else he went in, for some tests.
Yeah.
Maybe a day prior, and then they're ready to operate on him, and and hopefully all was well. Hopefully he'll rebound and full recovery.
Definitely. Hey, let's talk about some more basketball.
Yes, sir.
I like the Hawks coming out the East. I know you guys like, what? Nah, I like Atlanta.
Well, one thing about it, we can't deny that Atlanta had a great season this year.
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the number 1 seed in the East. That's saying something
that
right
sounds
there.
so weird to me.
Yeah.
It does. It
Instead
just
of
don't
like
sound
a
right.
Boston or a Philly.
Right. And that makes it even worse for a hometown team here, the Lakers. I mean, even the Celtics made the playoffs.
Did you say the Lakers?
He got to get those Lakers in there.
Okay, well, let me ask. I'm going to direct this to Smitty. I'm not going to get started too hard on it yet. Let me just a little. This is a side question here for you, Smitty. Since the Lakers did not make the playoffs this year, and the Clippers,
You gonna tell it like
the number 3 seed, are you going to root for the Clippers? Because they're holding down for LA, or else because you're a Lakers fan, it's like it's either the Lakers or bust.
It's hard for me to do the Clippers. I'm sorry. I like the Clippers. They're entertaining, but I'm a Laker fan, man.
Sure, but that don't mean you can't root for.
I'll root for them. I'll root for them, but the Clippers break your heart every year. See, so
now let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year they were mauled in controversy behind the
Down
racial
Sterling.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Down Sterling.
This year, same team.
Right.
It should be pretty clear to get things going. Now, who do they have to play?
San Antonio.
Right
defending
into
league champions.
Right
huh?
into the champions.
Right.
So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. They definitely did not expect to run into the defending world champions in the very first round.
Yeah.
But that shows you how deep the West. If the San Antonio's, pull it up number 6.
Yeah.
The 6th slot.
That's
telling you something right there.
That's the championship.
Yeah. Well, Chris said he's going with Golden State, so.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, yeah, that's good. But you know what? Golden State, I could see them, with high marks there. I mean, they're definitely they have the best record in the league. However, we're talking about regular season.
Yeah.
Definitely like Sonny said over and over again. Once the playoffs hit, the game slows down. It's a different animal, and you haven't been there and done that. Then it's going to be probably a lot tougher for you. I mean, very few teams who haven't been in that position before really move up, take those plateaus up like that.
Yeah.
It normally takes a period of time for them to start to develop. And then I can't see Golden State going from the first round last year to winning the championship. I just don't see that gap. It's possible, but I just don't see it. It's going to take steps in order to get there.
It's tough to come into the NBA at playoff time if you've never been there before.
Right.
You know, teams start to play defense.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Now they have a coach. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Right.
they have a coach that has that playoff experience. Can that make a difference?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, the level of energy that it takes to be able to function successfully
Right.
at that level.
Yes.
You know, you do get some adequate rest in between games, but the mental concentration is it's another league
Yeah.
within the league.
Right.
And you have to be either close to that or ready for that. Let's take, for instance, Mr. Anthony Davis. Put the Pelicans.
Unibrow.
Yeah,
Unibrow.
put the team on his back.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, so can he do that again? How tough can he be in the
Yes.
playoffs? Because that level of play is where he needs to go in the playoffs.
Right.
Right. And he's never been there.
Yeah.
You know, well, unfortunate or fortunately, he was just there. He's got to recognize that he was just there.
Right, but it's one thing to try to get in there, but it's another thing when you see the same team game after game after game. See
It's
what
a
I mean?
little different because
right.
they start to take away what you like to do.
Right,
Yeah.
the adjustments you have to make.
So what do you have in your arsenal? You know, what can you do?
Yeah.
What are the adjustments that you can make?
Well, I just remember Magic coming in playing the Philadelphia. He had to fill in, and
Man,
shows you
I
what you
still,
can do
I still say,
when you got
boy,
talent.
Oh man, the
Yeah.
Magic Man, his first year.
yeah,
I mean, that still was probably arguably one of the best games I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And when they needed it the most.
yeah. So Unibrow might be able to do something. Who knows?
I think so. He's
Yeah.
already taken himself to that level.
Yeah.
He took his team there. So all he has to do is go back there.
Would you put him in the MVP discussion this year?
No.
Okay.
No. What about you, Chris?
No.
He's got to be Harden?
Over Curry? For you?
Over Curry?
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is them headphones too tight? He said they are tight.
Right. Okay.
But I'm going with San Antonio, and my backup team would be, I'll take a look at Houston because they have all the parts. They got all the parts.
What about are you sold on Howard? You think he's back fully? I mean, you know what I mean? Is he 100%, or is he healthy enough to really make a major difference?
I think so.
Yeah. What was wrong with him this time?
Well, he had his knee,
back went out,
his
knee.
back,
Yeah, knee,
back
back,
and knee.
yeah, yeah.
And he's done.
But the last couple of games that I saw him
through.
play,
Stick a
I
fork in
mean,
it.
like I
He's
said, it was unfair the way that they just tossed the ball up and he was.
And he was able to,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening in the playoffs because you're going to have pressure on the passer at that
Yeah,
point.
his free throws might throw everything off too. So lack of ability.
Yeah, but you know what? I think they have Dallas. I think they have Dallas in the first round. And I
Yeah.
think they can get past the Mavericks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this year is different though.
He's the MVP this year. He's got to
this is
step
coming
up.
out party this
Yeah,
this year.
Stephen A. Smith says if Harden can just do what he did in the regular season, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
But his MO is
Yeah.
he's choking.
I'm going with Cleveland in the East though.
Cleveland in the East.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I'm just not sold on the Hawks. I might go with Cleveland just by default.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't see any other teams out there. I mean,
like
not the
Atlanta.
Wizards. That's what I'm. Well, between
Wizards
Atlanta
have the
and,
pieces though. You think about it, and then they got Paul Pierce, the veteran experience.
Yeah, but Paul made a couple of comments recently. I guess he
Yeah.
said he really wasn't too pleased with playing in Washington.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
heard about that. I'm like, what?
That's not good during the
That's-
playoffs.
Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the worst time to come out with that.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
It's kinda weird.
The
Yeah.
mentality of everybody, you've got to be
put the
on
bunker
point.
down and all. Yeah, right. All hands on deck. Not dissension here, dissension there, and I was surprised that he made those comments at this time. Especially a veteran like him.
Right.
Yeah. So, also I wanted to throw out there, the Kings didn't make it for hockey, and with the Mighty Ducks are out there, so kind of, root for them. Of course, baseball season's here,
Yeah.
so we'll see what the Dodgers and the Angels can do. And we mentioned it before, but I want to get your opinion on it right quick, Smitty, about Josh Hamilton. Whether you think that he, is he? Would you consider that like he definitely has an addiction, but do you consider that I mean, should the team hold on to him? Should the team just release him?
I saw something where his agent said that they can't do anything about it, and he should play. But it seems to me that he should be put on the sideline for a minute and let him get his act together.
Yeah, and even if he could play, he's hurt. Right now. So
substance
he's hurt
abuse,
and substance abuse. So
Interesting combination.
right. Also, about the draft coming up real soon. You mentioned that last week, Smitty. We'll see what they do. I know the Chargers. The Chargers are looking to get rid of Phillip Rivers, and maybe go for the Oregon quarterback.
Yeah,
if they can move up to to Tennessee and get the number 2 pick.
All right.
So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
Well, we got a quick question from the engineer, ladies and gentlemen.
Clippers or Spurs?
Clippers or Spurs?
I'm going with the Clippers because Pierre called me out, so I'm with the Clippers.
I might go with the Spurs. I might go with the Spurs.
One more.
Raptors,
Wizards. I have to go with the Wizards.
I'm going to go with the Raptors.
I'm going with Toronto.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going with Toronto. That dissension might make a difference.
I'm going with the Wizards. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Stick with your boy. Stick with the Wizards. Yeah. What?
Hey.
You got Boston
John
and
Wall,
who else?
baby, what?
Boston, Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland. That's why he didn't bring it up. I got you.
Right.
Hey, I will share something. I had an interesting experience yesterday after I left you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Dwan called me up, and I got the pleasure of going over to Jim Brown's house. The running back, great Jim Brown. Got a chance to meet him, so it was quite interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's tying some stuff in with Manny Pacquiao and all that kind of stuff.
I see. Well, see, that's
so
great.
You're talking about the fights here. So.
Right. It's a couple of weeks away, fellas.
Look here. This is how I see the fight. Money is the king of the fight game. This looks like it's going to be Pacquiao will win the fight, but they're not going to give it to him. They're going to say it's a draw.
Okay, you're consistent with what you said last week.
Certainly,
so.
and even before
they're
that.
They're not going to give it to Floyd Mayweather. They're going to give it to Pacquiao. Pacquiao will convincingly beat Floyd Mayweather. You'll look at it and say, damn, Pacquiao, he's winning this.
Yeah.
He's going to win it. Oh, my goodness. And then at the end, it'll be a draw. What?
Are you going to watch the fight, Sonny? And if so, where?
I'm thinking about having a fight party at the shop. I'm not exactly sure yet. I got to see how my that thing turns out with what you will. If that works out, then there'll probably be a fight party at the shop.
That's right.
And we will be putting it on the camera right here, and bring it back in, let y'all see it. So I got to wait for that, and that game is just so corrupt now.
Yeah.
I can't trust it. I really have to. Look, you know what? If I'm Manny Pacquiao, I'm ingesting something.
Right, but if he does that,
they ain't gonna test. They not gonna test because it's too much money. They don't care right now.
Well, I've been watching some of his workouts, and he is exceptionally fast with the hands, and then he hits with power too. So
I'll give you that, Smitty, but I don't know about how much power he has left. I see his hand speed. Certainly, it seems like it's better than it's been in a while. But we know Pacquiao primarily due to that powerful punching. The impact that he has, and I don't know if he has that type of power based on the fact of what Sonny's saying. If he's not ingesting something, if he's not taking something, I don't know if that power is going to be there like he needs it to beat Mayweather.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? He almost has to take something. If I'm Manny Pacquiao, I'm taking it. Because, okay, test me. But they're not going to test him.
But, you can tell by his physique. You can even look at his physique and tell when he was on something and when he decided to, not take something.
If he's going to take something, it's 2 weeks before the fight.
Right.
Now is the time.
Well, what about Mayweather? Where is he with his ability and skills?
If I'm Mayweather, I'm taking something too because I wouldn't trust Pacquiao.
Yeah.
I'm drinking me something or shooting something. I'm telling you, for all that money?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm taking, man, please.
Let me ask you about, sorry, go ahead.
I just keep hearing he has a cerebral game.
No
That's
doubt
what's
about
gonna
it.
allow him to win.
And
He's a great tactician in the arena.
He hit upside that cerebral, that game is gone.
Well, now also
He's
I
got
heard
great defense.
His father was a good fighter as well back in the day.
Okay.
You know, so and his father's training him now.
Yeah.
His father's his trainer as opposed to his uncle. But I was going to ask you about a couple other fighters. Give me your opinions on Smitty and Sonny. Number one, I heard Roy Jones Jr. is thinking about jumping back into the ring. And also, what is your and fight?
He must have forgot.
That's what he want to do.
His favorite line. You must have forgot.
Yeah.
And then what about Bernard Hopkins? What's your opinion on him?
The Hitman?
No, Bernard Hopkins.
Didn't they call him?
He was a
Hitman?
great boxer in his time, but his time has passed.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but is he still a champion though?
He was undefeated in
that's what I'm
many
saying.
years.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Ooh, Bernard's probably pushing close to 50.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And you were thinking about Hitman. You're talking about Hitman Hearns.
I thought they called Bernard.
No,
but
they
yeah,
call him that?
he was a different guy. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Is he overweight?
Oh no, but Bernard stays in shape. Now, he's one who definitely believes in staying in shape. You don't have to get in shape if you don't get out of shape, and that's his
true.
motto. And he's a firm believer in that.
There's heavyweight. There's that one guy, the brother that knocked out that big white boy.
Sure.
Ooh, man. Did y'all see that?
I sure did.
It was on
Caught a clip
ABC Sports or something. It was on one of those regular channels. I think it was last week.
Yeah.
Boy walked right into a left hook. He went to sleep.
Wow. And like you said, Sonny, about last week, you said that they are showing more boxing.
Yeah, every
leading up
week.
to the big fight.
Yeah, every week they're trying to revitalize boxing,
Exactly.
and I understand it because a lot of that, what do they call that boxing now? The street kicking and all
Oh
that.
right.
You know, that's pretty popular right now.
Right.
It is, but it's not the same.
No, it's not.
the same,
It's not.
right.
Not
Yeah.
from the skill set. You know, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Right.
But if Bernard Hopkins comes back, he'll have to face that guy that knocked that white boy out. I don't know what his name is. What's his name?
Yeah, but but I think Hopkins is probably. I don't think he's going to fight in the heavyweight division. Do you think?
Where he gonna go?
Middleweight?
Yeah,
Middleweight?
probably middleweight.
Or lower?
Yeah, he might even consider fighting like Mayweather.
Yeah, but why? He's nearing 50.
Right.
What is it? Is he
Mayweather
broke? He's going for the
behind
money. That's what that is.
Basically, and they see that. I think that's the reason why Roy Jones is deciding to get back in the game.
Yeah.
because you see very little, competition out there.
Yeah.
and there's probably money to be made out there for sure. So something like what about Holyfield? I mean, I think he's still fighting. Now we know Evander Holyfield should hang him up.
That big head. He really. Oh, y'all got to be kidding me,
No, I'm
man.
serious. He's still actually out there.
I knew he was talking about it. I haven't seen him or heard it.
He's trying
about lately.
Yeah, he's trying to line something up.
Yeah,
but the last I heard him, his speech is really slurred. Looks like he's
See, that would be crazy to allow him to get back in the ring. But see, he's hurt too financially.
Yeah, you're
He
right.
lost a lot of money.
But if you say out in the ring, if he passed all the neurological tests,
Right.
and all the other tests, how can you ban him from actually getting in the ring? You know what I mean? I mean, wouldn't that be some form of discrimination?
Well, I was telling Sonny earlier. I stopped watching boxing when what was the young guy from New Jersey that
Got killed in the ring.
killed a Korean kid in the ring?
Oh, Yu Jung Kim, was that him?
Yeah. So I really don't watch it. I'm talking about it now, but I don't really watch a lot of it. But my point is, it would be suicidal to put somebody that's got slurred speech. Their brain is not functioning properly.
I know. You're absolutely right.
You got to
about that.
prect a guy like that.
Yeah, protect him against himself.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you see more and more boxers, the longevity. I mean, look at someone like the great Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
I mean, when he fought the last fight, I remember seeing him fight against Larry Holmes. That wasn't his last fight. He fought another fight after the Larry Holmes fight years ago, and you can see that Muhammad Ali's motor skills.
He took a lot of shots to the head.
Yeah, it was so. I mean, the great Larry Holmes felt so bad. He was calling the referee over and saying, "Look, I don't want to embarrass this man anymore. I'm not even trying. Let's just call the fight right now.
Yeah.
We have to win, but at the same token, please. He's an icon, a legend. I'm not trying to.
And we lost Joe Frazier not too long ago, right?
Absolutely, right.
Yeah,
right.
a few months back. Yeah.
Right. That's
well,
right.
We'll see. A couple of weeks coming. The hype is building.
Oh, no question.
I do not trust those millionaires. I believe that we're talking draw.
Yeah.
Pacquiao's going to take something. He's going to convincingly whoop the brothers behind, and they're going to call it a draw.
Ooh.
And that's going to be enough to fuel the fury for the next fight.
Right. Well, you don't think it's going to be a rematch regardless, unless it's just
they can't.
Well,
they can't. They're not going to rematch it. If he goes in, let's say it's the other way around.
Right.
All right. Let's say that Mayweather whoops his behind.
Right.
Okay, whoops the Filipinos behind, and they call it a draw. That's going to be sad.
But like you said, Sonny, we're talking about boxing, and boxing have the black eye for no pun intended.
They already got a black eye, so they're making the eye blacker. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I can't see it going any other way.
Yeah.
Pacquiao will convincingly beat Mayweather, but they're going to call it a draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, we did run over a little bit here. This is Just Sports with Sonny Wells. Thanks, Pierre.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Smitty.
Enjoyed it.
See you next week.
All right.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.